blockchains are good at certain things. And at Tezsure, we wanted to use blockchain to fix a specific problem. We use it to decentralize the control of money. My name is Bernd Oostrum, and I'm CEO and co-founder of Tezsure. I want to tell you a story today of how I started with blockchain and how I ended up with insurance and how I combined those things together with Tezsure. It all started in 2014 with Bitcoin, for me at least. And as many of you here in the room, everybody goes down the rabbit hole. And I learned as much as I could. I read everything I could about Bitcoin, and at a certain point, Ethereum also showed up. And for me, it was a really exciting thing because I have a software engineering background, and I wanted to program stuff. So the promise of smart contracts were huge, and the possibilities were endless. But on June 17, 2016, something terrible happened. I think it was a Friday. I was in the gym together with my girlfriend, and I was always on my phone checking crypto Twitter, checking crypto Reddit, and I participated in this ICO. It was the first one on Ethereum, and I saw on Reddit suddenly that the contract of this ICO was being drained, and I panic sold all my Ethereum at $7, and I was out. And after that hack, I was really disappointed in Ethereum. I also was disappointed on the fact that it got hacked, the contract got hacked, but also how they handled that hard fork. And I'm not here to bash Ethereum or anything, but I was looking for something else. And all these events that happened with Ethereum led me to Tezos. I was looking for a blockchain that was focused on security, a blockchain that enabled formal verification, and a blockchain with a big focus on decentralization. So it was during 2017 that I needed to convince everybody that I was in it for the technology. But during that ICO boom, it was really difficult to convince myself to stay in it for the technology because there were all these projects starting, and I was thinking, why can't I think of an idea to fix with blockchain? There was the useless Ethereum token that raised over $100,000, Jesus coin, Trump coin, Putin classic. But I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what. So I needed real-life business experience. I felt I couldn't do something without actually having a problem to solve. So I joined a corporate business. I was looking for a blockchain internship, and I found it at one of the biggest insurance companies in the Netherlands. And I wanted to learn more about business. And when I entered as an intern, on the first day, it seemed that I was already the expert. So it was a really good experience, not from a technical standpoint, but for learning how to work inside of a business. It was really valuable. And I also did these innovation talks inside the company at different departments. I talked about blockchain, AI, Internet of Things. How could it impact the insurance industry? And one of the last talks I did there was at the board of directors. And I did that same talk, and I told them that it was going to be possible in the near future to have an insurance, not really a company, but more of an experience where you don't need 5,000 people, but just a fraction of that, and use blockchain, AI, and Internet of Things to offer insurance products. And the board realized that, and they said it's not a question if, but a question when we are going to get disrupted. So now I was beginning to see all these problems in the insurance industry. Finally, I found problems that I could solve. So I thought, why not solve these problems inside the insurance company? Well, I tried to, but this is an actual quote from one of the higher level managers. we're an insurance company and not a tech company. For me, that was really disappointing, but also it made me look to other possibilities. And one other nice quote from another manager was, if you want to innovate, you should go to Silicon Valley. So that's what I did. I came in contact with, it's a funny story actually. I started with Tezos, as I said before, and I checked out who's involved in Tezos. And I saw Tim Draper was one of the investors there. And then I found out that he actually had a program here in the Valley teaching entrepreneurship. So Tezos actually brought me here last summer. I was here in this program across the street. And there I met my co-founder, Malvia. And together, we tried to solve these problems. We analyzed the insurance industry and thought about a solution. And today I want to talk about one specific problem, because it's really focused toward blockchain. That insurance industry has a big trust issue. And we read this article where it says that only about 10% of people trust insurance companies. And we need a blockchain to decentralize the funds, to fix this trust issue, because there is this weird relationship between an insurer and an insured that creates that distrust. And insurance companies spend a huge time and resources making their customers fill out forms, and because of that, there is low trust and high fraud. So if you would create a new system that brings out the worst in people, a system that is win-lose and indifferent, you would end up very close to an insurance company. So if you would create a system where the insurer doesn't own all the money, there will be more trust. And resulting in that is that there is less fraud. So I'm really excited about blockchain, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, using all those technologies to create a new experience. But do users actually care about all these technologies? We discussed it previously as well. How can you make this mainstream? Do they care? Absolutely not. They want to have a better experience, better products at a better price. And it's our job inside the blockchain industry, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, to create an experience that users want to use. So the users don't need to spend time and energy to learn about all these technologies. It should just work for them. So the last couple months have been amazing. We've been working from India. We've been developing multiple insurance products on the Tezos AlphaNet. And we came for the technology, but we really stayed for the community. And I'm really thankful to be part of this ecosystem so early on. And as I said before, Tezos led me to Tim Draper, led me to Draper University, and now we're building our startup on Tezos. And I'm really proud to announce today that we are closing our deal with Draper U Ventures. So we've gone full circle now. And thank you. Thanks. And for the first time in ages, now we have the opportunity to design an insurance experience with the aim of bringing the best out of people. Thank you.